So folks, latest thoughts on the Ryder Cup. Well, firstly, it's going well. Europe look like they're going to walk it. It's a shame. I want them to win, but I didn't want it over on day 2. It looks like it will be by tea time tonight. But I've got other thoughts on the Cup, and it's just, I don't know, it grates with me a little bit. It's money, innit? It's all about money. Many sports are nowadays, but golf is possibly the worst, or certainly one of the worst. After the big breakaway by Live Golf and all the players running away and taking hundreds of thousands of pounds, some of its most vocal, what would the word be? Not supporters. What's the opposite of supporter? Detractors. One of the biggest vocal detractors was our Rory, old Rory McIlroy. And I was just a bit upset yesterday to see what I have seen in the past, but it was blatant yesterday. You might have noticed after he came off, after one of his victories yesterday, one of his team happened to just, as he was getting interviewed, right at the end of his game, happened to just pass him a watch. They tried to do it under the camera so you never noticed it. It's obviously his sponsor's watch, probably Rolex. It's a big clunking thing. Now, he already had one watch on his right hand anyway, so he's already got a watch on his right hand, but they insist that he puts this big clunker on his left hand, doesn't he? And anyway, he makes sure while he's talking to the camera, he scratches his face a couple of times so you see the watch. You can't tell it's a Rolex, you don't know what it is, but that must be part of the deal. Firstly, he wears it when he's been interviewed, and secondly, he puts it in the front of the camera. Anyway, today he came off after winning earlier on this morning. Did he win or did he draw? Of course he won, yeah, with old Tommy Fleetwood. Oh, it was embarrassing. Again, one of his team must have tried to pass it to him, but Tommy was in the way, so what he did, he passed it to Tommy. Tommy put his arm behind his back, and then Tommy transferred it from one hand to the other. Again, arm behind Rory's back, put it behind Rory's back so Rory could put it on so as we couldn't see it. But I did, folks. Rory got it on his wrist and made sure on 3 occasions. Once he did this, so we've seen the old defending watch, and twice he just did this. So we got it on the camera at least 3 times. Oh yeah, he made sure he's shown it. So obviously he'll get the money for that. All that'll be coming his way. And it comes on the back of me just reading on the internet earlier that there's a bit of fractions in the American camp. They say Patrick Cantlay is very unhappy that they're not getting the appearance money that he was promised or that he wanted, and because of that he's sat alone in the dressing room, and because he plays with old Sander Schauffele, Sander's been sat with him, so you've had sort of 10 members of the team all sat together, and Patrick and Xander sat separately. And they wanted Patrick to wear a certain cap that's got the sponsor's logo on it. He didn't want to put it on because he wasn't being paid for it. It's all a bit sad, isn't it? When they're making hundreds of thousands of pounds, well, I say hundreds of thousands, they're making millions of pounds. I think Cantley himself, did he win about 12 million a couple of years ago for winning the Tour Championship? You know, the big end of season thing with the PGA there. I think he won about 12 million, and he's worried about some extra money for representing his country. I'm not just calling him, as I say, the Rory bit with the watch was just an embarrassment, and it's just a shame. They're making millions, and I mean absolutely millions, and they still want and need more. But I thought to myself, Rory, you shouldn't be calling all those people running away to live and taking the dosh when you've got to blatantly promote your watches just to get a few more quid yourself. You don't need it, son. You don't need it at all. It's just sad that it's all money, isn't it? But I suppose it's the way of the world. But I'm not too enamoured by it. I don't know about yourselves, folks. Don't know about yourselves.